Let's play La Granja No Siesta. This is the dice game version of La Granja, the bigger game, and it's a roll and write game for 1 to 4 players, and it came out in 2016, and I bought it because it's got a solo variant. I like playing games solo, so I added it to my collection, and it's really portable. I was away this week and I put it in my suitcase and I played in the hotel where I was. Doesn't use much space, that's it, that's the box. And what I'm gonna do, I'm going to explain the setup for the solo variant, and then I'm gonna start playing. I'm not gonna explain all the rules now, I'm gonna explain them as we go through the game. It's a Euro style game where the aim of the game is to make the most amount of victory points and also build up your engine to produce more victory points, so that at the end of the game, if you meet other criteria, you get extra victory points. It's, as you can guess, the theme is farming. You are, I believe, in Spain, and you are running a farm. The game is pretty straightforward. You collect goods, you mark the goods in your farm, and then you can take some actions to collect victory points. The solo setup, what you need to do, you don't need to see the values of those tiles, first of all. You need to use the 2 boards that come with the game on the 1 player side. It's 2-sided, 2 to 4 players, this one and this one is 1 player. This is the market, and this is the siesta track, again is on the 1 player side. Plus you need to take 4 markers of a different color from what you choose to play with. In this case I'm playing with green. I took the red markers, 4 red markers, because they will be used to mark the progress of the AI player. So there's a player simulation to kind of make you feel like you're playing against somebody else. And you place 1 marker at the beginning of the siesta track and also 1 of your markers on top. So you both start from the beginning of the siesta track. And for yourself you take 4 markers. 1 we said goes here, and then you got 3 in the reserve here. These 3 will come into play while we go along the siesta track. You see there are some little grey markers here with a plus sign on top. When you reach that spot on the siesta track, you will pick up an extra marker that you can use to mark your goods here. You need to also take the roof tiles. There are 24 of them. Take 6, put them in between the boards, and 18, put them aside. I'm using these lovely trays here to keep them, and the 18 roof tiles will be used to count the turns. You also need to get 1 of the good tracks where you can mark your goods when you acquire them, and 1 card with your farm on top. Plus, you will need to take 6 of your helpers that you can hire them throughout the game. And helpers, there are 4 colors for the different markers in the box, and there are 6 helpers for each color. I've picked out the helpers for the green color. There it is. You also need to pick out 7 dice. The game comes with 9 dice, but for solo play you just need 7, so you just put 2 in the box. And also you need to put 2 of these 7 dice aside to start with on the first round, and we'll see why when we start playing. And the other 5, keep them on the other side, and you're going to use them to roll on the first turn. To finish the setup of the solo variant, you need to roll 1 of the dice. There you go, there's a hat that now means that you need to pick one of the opponent's player markers and put it on the corresponding spot of the symbol that you just rolled. In this case is a hat, and this is the hat, and you put it on the marker there. This means that I cannot claim this spot in this game. That is already been claimed, and I cannot put one of my markers there to gain extra victory points. Because the market, what it does is, at the end of the game, you will get extra victory points if you for each of the items that you see represented here. So for example, now the AI player just rolled a hat, so he covered the spot with the storerooms, which are over here in your farm. That means that we will not be able to get one extra victory point per set of goods that we've got stored in our storerooms. Okay, so we've done that. We roll the die to figure out which spots in the market is not usable anymore. We need to do an extra thing, which is we need to cross out one of the highest values of the cart on your farm. Again, this one is to make the game more difficult when you play solitaire, and is also to simulate playing against somebody else, and somebody else starts with an advantage in this case. So what you do, you check the symbol that you rolled, which was a hat, so we put the marker on the market there, and then you go into the rule book, and there's a section about solo play, and you need to check which card needs to be crossed out. And actually, I'm just finding out that I don't need to cross any of them, because the hat is not in the list here. You have finally determined a card which the neutral player already filled at the start of the game. Roll a die and cross off the highest victory point value of the following card. Additionally, place a disc of the neutral player on the scoring space, which we've done on the market, matching the rolling symbol of the die. There's no hat here, so well, I assume that it doesn't cross out any of the values. Well, let's play with that assumption, and I'll check on Board Game Geek if anyone has got an answer for it. So, alright, cool. Never happened before. Cool, alright. So we are now set up to start. We got our dice, we got our markers, and as I said, the scope of the game, the aim of the game is to make the most victory points, and the question will be, when does the game end? Well, the game ends when either one of the two players reaches the end of the siesta track, or when we run out of turns. So let's get started. First of all, we need to take one of the tiles and put it here to represent that it's our first round, and keep track of the rounds. And I'm gonna explain the different parts of the farm once we have our goods and we need to move the goods into the farm. To start with, we've moved one of the tiles here, one of the roof tiles here. Now what you do is you roll the 5 dice. I'm gonna use the lid of the box to roll them. Okay. So what you do, so a round goes like this. You roll the 5 dice, you pick one good and you mark it on your goods track, and then you put one other die here. We'll find out why you'll put it there, and what you should put it there and what you shouldn't put there. And then you are left with 3 dice, you re-roll them, you take another good for yourself and another die, you put it there, and the last you're gonna be left with 1 die, you roll that one and you just take the good. This part of the board will determine if at the end of the round the neutral player, they call it, so let's call it like that, the neutral player or the red player moves 1 space along the siesta track. You can see there's a hat symbol there. To prevent the movement, you need to place a hat die there. So if, for example, now I take a coin for myself and I put a hat there, that means that at the end of this round the red player will not move. So the rule is there should be, if there is at least a hat here, the red player will not move. We're gonna see what happens up here at the end of this round. Okay, so I've got a hat there, so I'm not gonna let him move at the end of this round, and I took a coin. I rolled the other 3. Okay, so I roll another hat, olives and wheat, and another coin. And what am I doing? I think I'm gonna keep a hat and put a coin there. And then I roll the last one, which is a pig. That's it, you're done with your scoring phase. I didn't mark my hat, forgot about that. And now it's time to move your goods from your goods truck to the farm. One thing I didn't describe is what type of goods can you get. So you can get olives or oil and wheat, grapes, coins, so money, pigs, donkeys, hats and commodities. You can see that there are little arrows in between them. That means that you will be able, with some abilities, either from the roof tiles or from this specific helper, you will have the ability to convert these goods, so move them left or right, so you can convert a coin into a grape if you want to. And that is valid for the goods on this side. There's a nice line there that divides the 2 sides of this little board. You can see that you cannot convert anything into hats and you cannot convert anything into commodities, but also between the 2 you cannot convert them. You cannot convert hats into commodities and vice versa, unless, again, another helper can come in to help, which this one will let you convert commodities into hats. And on the dice, you've got, so I already marked them, so I'm gonna use this die to show you the different faces. You've got coins, you've got hats, you've got grapes, you've got pigs, you've got donkeys, but also you have wheat and olive. And until recently I didn't read a specific rule which says that with oil and wheat, if you roll them, you can decide to get both goods, not one or the other. I was playing the really difficult version invented by myself, where I just made up that you had to pick one of the 2. And also, one other thing is commodities. They've got, it looks like a rainbow at the back, but it's not, is the matching colors of all the goods, apart from hats, because if you gain commodities, and commodities you cannot gain them through dice, you're gonna gain them with some of the abilities of some elements in the farm. You can use commodities as any of those goods, but not hats, unless you got the helper. So we did roll, we did take a good, we put a good a die there, we re-roll, and that's it. Now we need to score our goods, and what you do is a roll and write. So you use your beautiful little pencil that is being provided, and you start marking things out. But before we mark them out, let's look at the farm. So the different elements of the farm, let's start from the top. You've got roof tiles, and to build roof tiles you need money, you need coins. And roof tiles, you will need to build them from left to right. So you need to build that first, second, third, and go on, and so on. So you see that there is also a little arrow in between them to tell you which way to go. So it's left to right. And roof tiles, they when you build one, you can pick out a roof tile, and usually they give you either extra goods or extra abilities or victory points that you can use in your final score. Also, you see that building them will give you victory points anyway at the end of the game. Then you've got helpers. You can hire them in whichever order you want. So you can start with this one, for example. You don't need to follow a sequence. And when you complete a worker, you at the end of the round, only at the end of the round, you can hire, at the end of the scoring phase, you can hire them. That means that you will need to wait to use them until the next round. And again, some of them give you extra victory points at the end of the game. Up here is the export of long distance trade, I think it is called in the rulebook. Here you need to have available 3 of the same goods in one round to be able to mark one of those. And when you do that, you receive 2 extra victory points at the end of the game for each of them that are marked, plus you receive a commodity. Then let's look at the storage and stables. So storage, you fill them in left to right for each row, and the stables as well. And at the end of the game, what happens is that for each complete set you've got, storage or stables, you get 1 extra victory point. And last, cards. So again, here you've got the cards. Cards need donkeys to pull them and goods to take to market. Goods needs to be filled left to right again. So you need to start from here for this card, top card here, here for the second, and here for the third, and go in sequence. And they also need donkeys. You can fill half of those in and then go and fill the donkey in. There's no sequence to follow between the goods and the donkeys, but to be able to go to market you need to have all the goods and all the donkeys needed. There is a helper that will remove the need to fill in the donkeys, because I believe the helper will pull the cart himself or herself, I don't know. And what happens when you complete one of the cards, you can use one of your markers that you've got available and occupy one of the market's spots here to get the extra victory point at the end of the game. But also you get a commodity. Any goods that you receive from dice, you mark them with your markers on the goods board. If you don't have enough marker, unfortunately you need to forego that good, you don't take it. But any goods apart from commodities that you earn from abilities within the farm or helpers, you won't mark them on your goods track. You need to use them straight away in the same turn. While for commodities, you will mark them with your remaining markers on your board, but you can only carry over one commodity to the next round, and the other one you just lose them. Okay, so that was the story of the farm. We are at the scoring phase. We need to move these goods into our farm now. So we got a coin, a pig, and a hat. I'm gonna use a hat. Actually, I didn't mention that. You can use, the only way to move through the siesta track is by using hats. When you use a hat, you can move one space. So I'll use a hat exactly now to move one space there. And then I use a coin, and I got a coin and a pig. Let's start with a coin up here, so that's done, and a pig. I'll start, doesn't matter, I'll start this helper here, so that's it. I've used my goods. I didn't complete anything on my farm, so that is the end of the scoring phase. So now let's look what happens now to move to the next round. So as I said, we need to check if here there is a hat, the red player will not move. The hat is there, it's not going to move. So what you do, you move those two up. This one reminds you to take another tile and move it here. So this is the second round. And you take the 2 dice that you set aside at the beginning of the game. So you end up with 5 dice again. And you start again. So you roll. You get, well, I don't know what you get, but I got 2 grapes, 2 donkeys, and a coin. So what is the effect of those 2 dice? They will make the red player move immediately if you pick one of the goods that are represented here. So if I pick a coin or a hat now in this round, the red player will move 1 immediately. In addition to any movement that he will do at the end of the round. And the siesta track is, I lost a lot of points because I didn't kind of look closely at the siesta track, because you see the symbol up here is a plus and a minus. That counts at the end of the game as positive or negative points, depending on where you are on the track relative to the other player. So if you are ahead of the red player, you get victory points based on the difference between the 2 positions, so, or between the difference of spots. So if at the end of the game I'm here and the other player is here, right, so I'm ahead, I will get 1, 2, 3 victory points. If I end up on the same spot at the end of the game, I'll receive 0 points. If I'm behind, I receive negative points. In this case, if we ended up like this at the end of the game, I will get -2 victory points. So let's start again. So there we go. So we need to keep an eye on the siesta track. I don't want to let him move though, so I'm not gonna choose to take a coin. But what do I need? I need a coin, unfortunately, but I need an olive and a grape. I think I'm gonna go with a grape to start. And I put a little donkey there. And I re-roll the other remaining 3 dice. Alright, we've got a hat, but I don't want to take a hat. And I don't want any of them. I need olives. Well, okay, I'll take a donkey for now, so I'll mark it there. And I'll put a hat here for now, so it doesn't move at the end of the round. Let's roll the last one. Okay, I can take both. I'm gonna take both. I got markers, so let's take both. So 1 olive. Should I take 1 olive and 1 wheat or 2 wheats? No, 1 olive and 1 wheat. It's fine. Okay. Now let's transfer the goods into our farm. A donkey, where should I put? I think I'm going to put a donkey here to start this helper. And then we've got an olive, which I'm going to put here. And I've got it wrong because there was a grape, right? So yes, so it was donkey, grape. Was it right? oh, I don't remember, it was a donkey. Yeah, a grape and 2 of them. Yes, because I think I've confused the grape with the olive. Alright, so that's it. So I've done the donkey, I've done the olive, I can do the grape. Yep, and I can do the wheat as well. And the wheat, I'm gonna do this one. Okay. And with the scoring phase, I've completed one of my helpers, so I can go and hire one. Which one do I hire? I think I'm gonna hire this one. I always find this useful. So this one lets you convert a good by 1 space. So if it's a pig, for example, and I use it, I can use it only once per turn. I can either convert a pig to a donkey or into coins. Okay, we are done. Now we take the 2 dice up here, we move them up. He doesn't move because there was a hat there, and it's another round, and we roll again. Okay, well, let's take some money so I can get a roof tile up there. And yeah, the problem with putting hats here is that I cannot then use them in the next round because they go up here. But for now, let's do that. Okay, so I could get, well, should I get both of them? What do I need? Well, I can start this card, but even though this card has got more cash, but I need pigs. And olive and wheat. Let's take one of both. So I'll take one of them, yep. And I'll put one of them there. And I roll the last one. Oh, again, olive and wheat. I only have 1 marker left, so I need to decide which one I want. So I need 1 here, and I can start this card, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, there is no match in there, perfect. Let's score now. I can actually use this one to start this card, maybe. So I could get another helper, or I can get, no, I'm gonna use the coin to get a roof tile. When you are playing with the solo variant and you complete a roof tile, you don't take tiles from this spot here, this stack here, because this one is to count the turns. Where you take the tile from is the discard from the turns stack. The 6 tiles here in the middle are used as part of one of the abilities of the helpers, and the ability is that if you got this helper here, you can pick 1 tile from here and 1 tile from the stack of 6, look at them and discard the one that you don't want and keep the one that you want. Okay, so I need to pick a tile. I'll take this one. Okay, so this one again is a special ability which lets you move 1 good 2 spaces left or right, or 2 goods 1 space left or right. And with roof tiles, you keep them face up until you decide to use the ability. At that point, you turn them over. The only exception is for roof tiles that give you victory points, that you leave them face up until the end of the game. So I've got that one, which would let me convert those 2 olives into grapes and start this card. Why do I need the grain? The wheat? I need the wheat here, maybe. Well, I can convert. Okay, let's do that. Let's convert the wheat into grapes. I use this ability, don't know, I cannot use this ability, let's go back. I cannot move, this one I can move 1, 2 spaces, or 2, 1 space. I cannot move 2, 2 spaces. Bad idea. Let's start again. I'll use this one, so I can move 1, 2 spaces to convert wheat into coins, and then spend the coin here so I can hire another helper, and I'm gonna use the olives, 1 olive, I'm gonna put it here, and the other one I'm gonna maybe start to, no, well, okay, I'll start this card here, it's the cheapest one. Anyway, okay, we've got that. Now I finished another helper, so now I can hire another one, and I think I'm gonna hire, not this one, I think I'm gonna hire this one so that I can choose between 2 tiles. Okay, end of the scoring phase, so we'll move, we get the dice back, move this up, and another round starts. You roll again. Okay, we got coins, grapes, and wheat and olives. I need, what do I need? It depends on what I want to do. I can do, I think I'm gonna do coin, and I'm gonna put put a coin there, and a roll. I'm gonna get a pig and put a donkey there, and I roll, and I get another coin. Okay, or 2 coins. So, well, let's do that. I'll place 2 coins here. I use this ability so I can pick 1 here and 1 here. Look and see what I want. Do I want 1 victory point, or do I want olives? Do I need olives at the moment? No, I'm gonna take the 1 victory point then. And you keep it face up and you discard the other one. And I still got a pig to place, which I'm gonna place it here. Start this card at the bottom. Unfortunately, there is no hat here, so the red player will move, and he moves 1. And that's the end. Have I completed anything? No, I usually forget to check and miss out hiring helpers or getting commodities as well. Fine, I haven't finished anything. He moved, take the 2 dice, they move up, another round, gone. You can see it's quite quick, and even with more players it's quick because the scoring phase can be done simultaneously, so you don't need to wait for people to finish their scoring phase before you do yours. Fine, so let's see what I can get. I need a pig, yep, for here. I think I'm gonna try and finish this card first, and I'm gonna put grapes there. Let's reroll the other ones. Ouch. Fine. I'm not gonna take the donkey, because if I do that, the red player will move. So I'm gonna take both. Do I take both of them, or? Oh yeah, I just know. I need to take one of each, yeah. And I'll put the donkey there. And I get a hat. Nice. Right, scoring phase, so I'm gonna move, because I know that he's gonna move at the end of the round. So that's done. I'm going to use pig here, and I've got wheat and olives. Wheat and olives, I'm gonna use both of them in the storage. Fine, I don't have anything done, no, okay. So another round, he moves. We take the 2 dice, we move them up and put it there. Start again. So what can I not take now? Donkeys and grapes. So I need a hat, and I don't have a hat. I got money here. I need either pig or money. Well, let's take one of the 2. I'll take money, and I put a donkey there, and I reroll. Oops, this one was not rolled properly, and I'm gonna take. Yeah, I want to get this one. I want to get the 9 points as soon as I can. So I'm gonna take a hat and put one of them there. And that's another coin for me. Fine. So, okay, I'll use the hat here. I'm gonna use this ability to convert a coin into a pig and mark it here, and I'm gonna use a coin to mark it here as well. Trying to get this card as soon as possible, but I also need to try and get this helper as soon as possible. Otherwise I need to get 3 donkeys to be able to go to market. Okay, that's done. I haven't completed anything. I can move this round. He will move again. I'll get the dice back. They move up. New round. Okay, we go. I'm gonna take a hat. I'm gonna put a hat there. Reroll. I'm gonna take another hat. And I put a hat there. And I'm gonna take both olive and wheat. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I need to. I've rolled it, so this one matches that there. So that means that he moves again. When the neutral player reaches this spot, or this spot here, there's a little card next to it. What you do is you will cross out the highest value of the card that has not been claimed yet, from the top down. So in this case you will cross out the 5 points one because it's not been claimed yet. But also you will roll a die and figure out which other market spot the red player is gonna use and stop you using it. So you need to keep an eye on this and be aware that how far away in the siesta track the other player is. So I've taken my goods. I need to score them on my farm now. I've got hats. I don't have. Well, I'm gonna use both of them to move my marker on the siesta track, and that's done. And now I got wheat and olives, which I can't do much with wheat and olives. Well, I'll do wheat here, and an olive. I'm gonna put it in the store there. Okay. Nothing has been completed in my farm. So now it's the end of the round. The red player does not move, and at least let me check again. No, we haven't completed anything. Good. So the red player doesn't move. Get the dice, move them up, another round. It's gone. Roll and see. We've got pig, grapes, a hat, wheat and olives and coins. Well, there's a pig and a hat. I don't want to take it because I'm gonna make the red player move. I'm gonna take a pig and I'm gonna put a hat. No. Yes. I'm gonna put a hat there. So I got pigs and coin and a donkey. Pig, I need one pig here. I can take another pig as well for this helper here. And I put a donkey there and reroll this, which is a hat, which means that he moves immediately and I take a hat. Okay. Score. I'll score. Do I actually want to? No, that's fine. I'll score one pig here, one other pig down here, and also score a hat here. Yeah, okay. I haven't completed anything yet, so it doesn't move. Take the 2 dice, move it up, new round. Let's go. Whoa, it's quite a lot of coins. Well, I take a coin and I put one there. Not much choice. Go now grapes, coin and pigs. So a coin, I can use a coin here and get another helper, which I'm gonna go for that. And so that's a coin, but I need a coin here as well, so I take a pig and I convert it to a coin later on. Fine. And I'll put another coin there. Oh, come on, there's another hat, which means he moves one, and that's me done. Okay, let's go for it. Coin. Use this one to convert a pig in a coin again and mark that. Cannot go to market yet because I don't have donkeys or and the assistant is not being hired yet. And a hat I'm gonna move as well. Okay, let's remove this one. Now I can hire a helper, and I'm gonna hire this helper here. So I don't require any donkeys, but I cannot use this one until the next round, so I need to wait to claim the 9 points. Oof. Cool, so end of turn, this moves, goes there, this one goes up, another round. But before we move, we need to cross out, I think it's the top, the top card that is free. Let me check. Greater number of victory points and may only earn the lower number of, okay, so yes, it's the top one, so it's gonna claim the 5 points one. But I need to roll a die to see which other spot in the market is gonna get this one, which is roof tiles. 1 extra victory point per roof tile that you've managed to build. Okay, we've done that one, we've moved the player, it's our turn again. So, pigs, coins and grapes. What do I want to do? Shall I start another? Well, let's take a pig, because I can finish another helper. And let's put, should I put a pig there? Yeah, and then roll grapes or donkey. I think I'm gonna take a grape and put a donkey there and reroll. And that's another pig for me. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go to market. Actually, no, because I cannot mark my commodity yet. So let's do the rest first. I am going to use my grape there. I'll use a pig as well here, and then I'll convert a pig into coin and mark this one. And now I can take one of my free markers and put it on one of the free spots on the market. So I'm gonna put it here because I'll try and get all the helpers, so I get an extra point. I get 6 extra points. Okay, and also I get a commodity which I can use now if I want to. And I think I do use. No, I cannot convert it into a hat. Oh, well, I can convert it into a pig. Yeah, so I'll use my commodity as a pig. And now is the end of the scoring phase. I can hire somebody else. I'm gonna hire this guy here. Let me once per turn. He lets me convert commodities into hats, which will make me move. Fine. You notice now that I've lost a marker. I only have 3 markers now because one is here. To gain another one, I need to move once to be able to pick one from the reserve there. And that also means that I can only mark up to 3 goods on my goods truck. Fine. End of the round. This moves again because there's no hat there. So move that up. Another tile in there. Let's go for it. I've got a hat. Shall I use it? And sorry, I didn't mark that I've got the 9 points here. There you go. Now I've marked it. I need a hat here for that. Yeah, let's get that one. Let's get a hat and put. I need grapes and. Let's put a coin there. There you go, some more grapes and pig as well. Let's take a grape because it cannot take a pig, otherwise I'm gonna make him move again. And another hat. Alright. Now grapes, I'm gonna actually, well, let's take a hat. I'll move the hat, I'll pick another marker. I use the grapes here and I'll use the hat here. Okay, end of the scoring phase. Now I can hire another helper. I'm gonna hire this one. This one gives you one when you finish a long distance trade box here. Every time you finish one, you can get an extra good. And you can choose between grapes, olives, or wheat. Okay. He moves again because there's no hat there. Let's move this one up. A new round. See. Oh, I need to roll 2 hats. Come on, not just one. I can take a donkey so I can finish that. Yep. And I'm gonna I need to put a hat there. I need to stop him going to the next spot because he's gonna use up one other spot on the market. Okay, let's re-roll. Well, I cannot take coins, otherwise it's gonna move again. I'm gonna take a pig and put a coin there, and let's hope it's good. It's a hat. Nice. I'm going to use a donkey here, which means I can get this helper at the end of the round. I'm gonna use a hat to move. I want to get closer to the other player, otherwise I'm gonna lose points. And shall I convert a pig? Yes, I'm gonna convert pig into cash and mark that one. Okay, end of the round. I can hire my last helper, and this one gives you an extra coin for each set that you complete from now on, sets in the storage and the stables. Okay, so that's done. He does not move because there's a hat there. Take those, move them up. Another round. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I cannot take coins now. I don't want to make the red player move again. I'm gonna take an olive and a wheat. I'm gonna put a donkey there, and I'm gonna re-roll. Nice, nice, nice. That's good. Hat. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. I'll put a hat there, and I take grapes. Sorry. That is grapes there. It was another olive and thingy. So yeah, not doing great. Am I? So no, I can do that. It's perfect. I'll do this. Okay. So I was thinking that because I can convert wheat into olives, then I can have 3 olives and mark one of those, which gives me a commodity plus an extra good as well, which I can use immediately. So let's do that. I'm gonna use this to convert wheat into olives, and then I use the 3 olives here. This one gives me a commodity plus another good, which you don't mark on your goods truck. You need to use it immediately. I'm gonna take grapes and put it here, which means that because I completed a set, I get an extra coin, which I can put here, and that's it. I'm going to, I've already used that one. That's annoying, because I wanted to convert it into coin and get another tile then. Fine. I'll just take this. Can I make up? Well, I can try and do that. So let's start this card with a grape, and now I convert this good. Shall I convert it into a hat, or shall I convert it into a coin, which will give me... I think I'm going to convert it into a coin, which makes me finish this tile here. And I'll pick 2 tiles. Oh, gives me a hat. I'm going to choose the hat, and I'm going to use it immediately, and I'm going to move my player up. Anything else? No, that's it. This one is finished. Red player doesn't move. Move up. Another tile gone. So what can I not choose? I cannot choose donkeys and hats, but I can get coins. Yeah, I'm gonna get a coin. I'm gonna put donkey there and reroll. coin again. I'm gonna put, should I put the pig there or the, yes, let's put the pig there. Oh, it's gonna move again. And I get the grape. What can I do? I can convert this grape into coin and claim another roof tile here, which could give me extra bonuses, or I could claim this one, which gives me a good and gives me 2 goods, which I can use here and give me an extra coin. And where can I use the extra coin? Nowhere. I can start this one, but I cannot do anything else. While, well, I'm gonna use this to convert into 3. I got 3 coins now. I'm gonna do the export thing, which gives me a commodity. I then receive a wheat or olive or grape, which I'm going to put here as wheat, and I'm gonna convert this commodity into grapes, which gives me, because of this helper, an extra coin. Where can I use the extra coin? Here, nowhere else, and that's me done. Okay, unfortunately, he's going to move, and he's gonna cover another market, another cart, and another spot on the market, which is already used by me, and you need to reroll until you roll an empty one. Yeah, there it is. So 1 extra point for each set in the stable, that one, which I cannot claim again. Let's move everything up, new round. What do I want? Coins now. Yeah. Oh. Everything but coins. I'll take a grape, which I can convert into a coin. I'll take a coin. And I put, should I put a grape there, or no, I'm gonna put this there. And roll the last one. Ah! Oh, it's game over, isn't it? Yeah, I'll take a pig. He's gonna move up, so the next round is gonna, at the end of the round, is gonna move again and end the game. Oh, that was rubbish. Fine. I'm going to then use, I need to score my stuff. I'm gonna use this to convert pig into coin magically, and use the 2 coins here. Pick up 2 tiles. Oh, I got 2 coin or a commodity that I can use. I cannot do anything with that. Can I? No. This is rubbish. Even the commodity. Well, the commodity I can use it. I'll take the commodity then, because I can use to reduce the gap on the siesta track. I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna use the commodity with this, so convert the commodity into a hat, which makes me move, and I can get another marker, which don't need to. I will not use. And I got grape. I'll just mark it here. That's it. This guy moves, and it's the end of the game, because you reached the end of the siesta track? Well, they say the game ends at the end of the round, where one of the, well, I believe this is the end of the round, and he reached the end of the track. So let's end it there. Okay, I don't think I've done really well. I've done better with my made-up rules that were harder to play with. But anyway, let's find out what the score is. They provide you with a nice little pack of paper to put your score on. So let's say today is the 15th of the 6/18, that is me. And I don't know why, I just noticed that one side is in English, the other side is in German. So I'm gonna go with the English one, start a new one. So that's me. Roofs, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Helpers, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Long distance trade, 1, 2, I've got 4 points. Warehouse stable, I've got 2 points. I've got 2 sets here complete, so 2 points. Market barrow, I've got only 1, which is a 9. Siesta track, that is the painful bit, -3. Yep. And the market, I've only got this one, so I go 1 extra point for each helper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra points. Not good. Let's see what the total is. 7, 5, 12, 16, 18, 27, 33, 30. Oh, rubbish. They provide you in the rulebook with a table to figure out how well you did, and 20, so I did 30 points, so 21 to 30 points. This is not enough to survive as a farmer on Mallorca. Yeah, bit rubbish. Anyway, hope you got a sense of how the game works in with the solo variant. I quite enjoy it. It went slowly now because I was explaining every single decision I made, and that one took time. When I play, I played it a couple of times in the last few days, and it's really quick. And also, as I mentioned, with other players, is quick as well, because you roll the dice, everyone pick one die, then you roll the remaining ones, and then the scoring part of the game can be done at the same time. Component-wise, the little tiles are actually pretty good. I mean, it's cardboard and nothing special, but they do the job. And the dice are a bit weird. You need to put the stickers on yourself, and they are massive for no reason at all. They should be a little bit smaller, I think. You don't need those massive dice. Plenty of farm cards here, double-sided as well. Plenty of them, and plenty of the scoring tables as well. Plus, you get the IKEA pencil in for them. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.